Hey everybody, this is Adam Baum with Adam on Breaks, and it's time to review Topps 2024 Finest. Yes, it came out today, and I wanted to wait till I could get some pictures of the cards. Also, there's some weird things with this one, some changes, some big changes, noticeably, even in the packaging, and then there's some subtle ones. We'll talk about all of it, and the good, the bad, and a little bit of the ugly with this one. Let's go. 2024 Topps Finest. This is what the box looks like. It's an elongated box, holds 6 packs instead of the 2 mini boxes. We'll talk about all the normal stuff. What's the format look like? Base card production, total production, autos produced, all the inserts, how many of each player they produced, all that good stuff. We'll also do the hit odds, auto odds, cost per box, and we'll do a past comparison in depth versus 2023 and prior years as well. So what is the format this year? I kind of already told you. You can see there with the open box. We don't have mini boxes anymore. We used to have 2 mini boxes, 6 boxes or 6 packs each, 5 cards per pack for a total of 60 cards. This year we have 6 packs, 10 cards each, and again, you get 60 cards. No real difference in that. 8 box cases, same as last year. 2 autos per box, same. It's just the packaging. Immediately you're going to see that. Also, Finest is kind of, it feels more like Topps Fire. And we'll kind of look at that here in a second too. So what's in the set? 3 base sets this year instead of just a 100 card set. And we'll talk more about this in a little bit. There is 300 card sets. So you have common, uncommon, and rare. And it's actually numbered 0 to 100, 101 to 200, 201 to 300. So they're actually all, if you want to collect the set, you need all of them. You're going to see some differences in each one. Differences in print runs is kind of what I put it as. But the people that are in the first 100 are not the same that are in the second and the third, like select baseball, football, where it's just, okay, we just have 3 different poses and they're more rare. The rarity does exist here, but it's different players too. Some of them have 2 different cards. I didn't see if there was any that had 3. Here is the parallels. You can see the purple checkerboard over there to the right. So there's checkerboard, refractor, sky blue, purple checkerboard, blue checkerboard, green, gold, oil spill, which is a short printed non-numbered card, orange, black, red, lava, and then a superfractor. So in the main, all of the superfractors, whether it's in common, uncommon, or rare, are all going to be 1 of 1s. But when you talk about a sky blue, it's going to be numbered differently. I think in what I've seen, in common, it's around like 350 or something. Really, it's a higher number. But when you go to sky blue and uncommon, now it's going to bump down to 250. And then when you get to rare, it's going to be like 150. And you see that across the board. So just keep that in mind. If you get a rare that's numbered, it's going to be numbered lower because, again, it's short printed. And we'll talk about how many you're getting per box and things like that too. That's one thing that's going to be a little different. As we go through the short printed stuff, I'm going to tell you how many cases or how many boxes it takes to get those things, including like inserts. So here's what a common looks like. It looks a lot like a chrome Topps Fire to me. I really dig it. I love Topps Fire, so I really like the design change here. And this is what the uncommon looks like. So it kind of flips it. The white is now in the middle instead of on the outskirts of the paint stripe. So the paint stripe's now on the outside. And then the rare is black in the middle, a little bit of paint squatch around it, and then white. So you can look at the card from the front and tell. Also on the back, right underneath the number of the card, you will see rare, common, or uncommon. So it also makes it easy if you don't know that. parallel estimation. So I went through everything and figured out what the parallels were, all the same, because Topps didn't release it like they normally do, and none of the websites, Beckett or Cardsmiths, and there's one other one that does a pretty decent job, and they also do the same thing. They estimate everything. So checkerboards are your new high number refractor type thing. Refractors are a little bit more scarce now. And then the oil spill, as you can see, they're about 25 made in the common. So there are your numbers there. Here is the uncommon. I did put the uncommon at the very top, so there's about 3,400 per card of the 100 card set of uncommon. And as you can see, the numbers have reduced. Checkerboard is now down to 850, about half what it was in the other one. Same thing pretty much across the board. You see a lot of halves. Sky blue didn't have, but it went from 325 to 250. Purple is down from 200. Yeah, you see. I don't have to go through all that. Rare, same thing here. Rare cards, though, are about one. They're each rare card, they only make about 1,000 of them. So they are actually kind of desirable, especially if you get a good rookie or something in those. Now, again, I don't think Ellie is in all three. He might be. I didn't really do a whole checklist review like that. But this is interesting. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of what they did with Finest Flashbacks this year. But I think they're really they kind of messed that one up. And we'll see why I think this is okay. Because you're like, okay, they increased it from a 100 card set to 300 cards. And then they added all these parallels. Yeah, there's a lot of parallels. So let's go through it all. Inserts, 5 base sets, 4 short print case hits in the inserts. Arrivals, there you go. The arrivals, it's like a die cut look. You're getting 2 of those per box, and there's your parallel set. Rookie design and finest timelines, there is a rookie design variation. In the past, it was very subtle. Last year, they made a big change. You could definitely tell that it was a rookie design variation. And same thing this year. It's a big difference. You're not going to go, oh, is that a rookie design? I don't know. You get 1.5 of those per box. And then the finest timelines, you get about 1 1/3 per box. The parallels for those are the same. Future so bright, I gotta wear shades. Not really. Same basic distribution as the design variation. 20 cards in the set, 1.5 per box. Same parallels. What if prototype? That's the finest baseball there of Pete Alonso that you see. 25 in that set. You're getting 2 of those per box, and the parallels are the same as the arrivals. All right, now let's talk about the short prints. So they have the Diamond's Finest. I think they had this last year. You're getting 1 of these per 4 cases. It's pretty rare, so 1 in 4 times 32 boxes, so pretty rare. Then also they have parallels, red and superfractor. It's like winning the lottery. Fiesta. Now, this is kind of interesting. So the 1 in 4 cases on eBay, there was several of the Diamond Finest. Fiesta, Tatis was the only one I found today when I was putting this together or finishing it. You're getting 1 of those per 6 cases. Parallels are going to be red and superfractor as well. First die cuts, I did see Striker Breaks pull 1 of these today in his cases that he was ripping, or his breaks. You're getting 1 per 2 cases of those. I had trouble finding those. I think people don't know what to put them as, because if you put die cuts, a lot of times the arrivals pops up. So it's interesting. Again, red and superfractor are the parallels here. Let's go. This is always that continuation thing that they've done since last year, where these are super short print, 1 in 14 cases, but you can get 1 of these 10 cards. Also, they come in red and superfractor. Note, no Kintsukuru variations. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. That's one of my favorite Jazz Chisholm cards that I have, is that Kent Sukuroi variation. All right, autos. Base autos, 138 this year. We'll talk about the increase there. Yes, it was an increase. What else did you expect? Refractor, Sky Blue. Sky Blue is numbered to 150. Purple, blue is to 99. I verified some of these things. I guess the purple right there is numbered to 125 because we see the Jackson Merrill. Green, orange, black, red lava, superfractor. Finest prototypes, 16 in that set, 1 per 6 cases, so not that awful to pull. Parallels are going to be orange, black, and red superfractor, and this trout is amazing looking. It's a bad picture though, but it is awesome looking. First die cuts, autos, 1 per 69 cases. You pull one of these, congratulations, you got a big card. Doesn't matter who it is, only 8 subjects in that. Finest moments, they're every 1.4 cases, so this is probably the most prevalent of the autos that you're going to pull as a case hit type auto. 34 subjects there, gold, orange, black, red, superfractor. Autos, again, design variation. I couldn't find any of these online. They're 1 per 4 cases. I know they've been pulled. A lot of cases have been ripped of this already. 13 subjects there, refractors, refractor, blue, orange, green, black, red, lava, and superfractor. So they got rid of just the base red and they do the red lava. Future So Bright. There's one there that is, who is that? Yoshida. 15 cards in that set, 1 per 10 cases, orange, black, red, and superfractor. I would imagine this one is the base and it's numbered to 50. Sounds about right. Then there's also these finest originals, which I think are kind of the throwback cards, are 1 in 35 cases, 1 in 68 cases is the Mystery Redemption. That's something they've done in the past that they brought back. Here is the back of the box. I mean, online. I think it's 2.5 pages of stuff, and you can see here they just put the odds and they did not put the numbers. I didn't like that part of this because it also makes it pretty hard to figure out production, so I had to go watch a bunch of videos, and that's what I did. I went and watched a bunch of videos and got some numbers, and they all pretty much worked out. And this is what the numbers came out to be. Lawrence Butler there, if you don't know, that guy is hammering the ball right now, doing quite well for Oakland, soon to be the Vegas Athletics. So 340,000 packs equals 56,000 boxes equals 7,000 plus cases. Okay, and you can see the distribution there is pretty low, so it's not that bad. So the total cards produced of the true commons is 2.5 million. That means you divide that by 100, about 25,000 of each player. Makes sense because you're getting one uncommon card per pack, and one rare card, or 1 to 2, I think is right. Maybe it's 2 per box. So you're getting 1 per pack uncommon, 2 per box of rare. It really reminds me a lot of Select. I don't want to accuse them of stealing, but it really feels like that. And they probably did stuff like this in the past, and Panini just stole it from them. But more recently, this is kind of how Select rolls. Total base inserts, a lot. Total autos, a lot. Total base autos and parallel autos. So this is just your base autos. I would say rookies, but there's a lot in there. So 134, I think, this year, which is a lot, and we'll talk about that shortly. So you can see that most of your autos are going to be the base or those parallels of the base, and then there's less than 20,000 that make up the rest of them. So what about the stuff that's not numbered? Here we go. Uncommon, we already went through that. Rare, base autos. So the base autos, doing back calculation, about numbered to 250 if you wanted to put a number on them. Ricky Auto Designs, the finest moments, the same, right around 200 for them. But remember, there's a lot less subjects of those, so they're more rare to pull. Prototypes Auto, 84. Future So Bright, 44. And again, these are just estimations based on the numbers that I got from Topps and the numbers I found, what everything's numbered to, so I could actually do calculations. So the inserts, you can see here about all the normal inserts, the standard box inserts, you're going to get a couple to 5 of them every box, right around 4,000. So truthfully, these are less rare than the uncommons because you're getting, I think, 1.2 inserts per pack. So you're getting possibly 2 per pack, most of the time 1. Um, Fiesta, die cuts, diamonds first, and then just think of how short, because you go, well, that's the same as uncommon. Remember, uncommon has 100 cards, whereas most of those have 20 to 15 to 25 subjects. So you're going to get a lot of the same players over and over and over because there's not as many to actually distribute. But then you start talking about Fiesta, Diamond's Finest, and Let's Go. Pretty dang rare, especially because there's not many in those sets. All right, let's look at past years here. So 2024 through 2016, you can see 2016. Now, here's the little tricky part. This is the old Tops thing. They're like, look, we reduced the number of packs by almost half of Finest. Well, that's great, but you doubled the amount of cards in every pack. So look at the box line. That's what you want to look at in the cases, because the cases didn't change. Still 8 boxes to case, and the boxes didn't change in general because it's the same number of cards as in each box. So we had a slight uptick, 3.5% increase. And you can see since 2021, that was the big jump, COVID jump, of course, where they made a ton more. But since then, it's been fairly flat. I would have thought there would have been a lot more cards produced since they increased the size of the base checklist. They increased, cat's out of the bag, the size of the auto checklist tremendously. And they added a bunch of parallels. So what does all this mean? Well, you're going to get more parallels per box, a lot more. And we'll talk about that too here and put some numbers to it. So here is what I was talking about. The base cards, you can see down 2016, 110, 125. Then they said, let's just do 100. And then 19, for some reason, they had 101. I think that had something to do with Vladdy. And the base parallels, it's 7. That's what we like. Autos are anywhere from 43 to 65 in that range, which makes sense. A slight uptick in 2021, of course, COVID. Hey, let's double the number of parallels so people are getting more so we can add more production and increase the number of autos so we can water it down a little bit. You look back in like 2020, 2019, 2018, those auto checklists are ridiculous, and you're still getting 2 autos per box, and there's only 65 of them, and you want 40 of them. Well, you know, give or take. So, and plus all the rookies that would have flamed out that didn't actually make it, but were still popular back then. But you look here at 2024, tons of base parallels. We almost doubled the base parallels. Now, again, it's a little weird because they did those sets. Okay, you got common, uncommon, and rare, but they're still base cards. They're still part of the base set 1 through 300. Autos, they went up by 40, 50%. Well, actually 50%. That's a lot. And when you look at the auto checklist, there's some guys you've never heard of on there, unfortunately. They just really watered down everything because of it. You have more base cards, so you might be getting that guy that you never heard of, rookie, or you're getting, you know, the guy, you're getting Gleyber Torres is all over the place. No offense, Gleyber, but you're not very collectible when you're talking about the moolah part. So it's kind of cool. Hey, I'm getting a bunch more numbered cards, but, and we'll see, actually, the percentage of autos that you're getting that are numbered are greater too. So it's like you're getting more stuff out of it, but it's just not as good. It's kind of like hiding the pickle here. Comparing across other Tops releases for the year, you can see it's kind of down towards the bottom, about where it normally is. It's going to be double usually what the tribute and the museums are. I haven't done a museum breakdown, but I'll probably just put some numbers in here for a museum for those that want to know. What is the hit odds? Hit odds per pack? Almost 1.5 hits per pack. This includes basically any number cards and autos and those short prints. Box odds, 8.7. So you're almost getting 9 hits per box. So that is 2 autos, sometimes 3, is according to the numbers. Like 1 in 10 boxes, you're going to get 3. So maybe 1 per case. And you'll see that when I click this next button. So you're getting like 6 to 7 numbered cards per box. I think in the past it might have been 2 or 3. A lot better. And we'll talk actually. We'll see exactly what those numbers are. So there you go. Non-base autos 1.28. So there is a 28% chance that you're going to get 2 numbered cards in one box. There's also a 13% chance, according to the numbers, that you're going to get a third auto. Let's go. I would imagine that third auto in those is one of these really rare autos. The insert autos. Let's look at the past year's odds. This is kind of what I was talking about. You can see there the pack odds jumped by 1. They said, you know what, so instead of 5 cards per pack, we're going to have 10. So I would have expected it to jump to 8.8. But no, it went up a lot higher. Okay, that's cool. And as you can see in 2023 and 2022, you're going to get your 2 autos and 3 numbered cards. And the chances of getting a non-base auto are, you're going to usually get 1 per box. Now, I opened several boxes that I didn't get 1, but in general, usually one of your autos was base. The other one would be, this does include refractors, so it could be a refractor auto, which isn't that great. I think those are like 17% of that number, so about 75% of the time that second one is going to be something worth it. And there's old Vladdy. He's tearing it up. All right. Down to the nitty gritty, the cost. Cost per box, per hit, per auto. So $275 is where you could find it. I think $250-ish is what they sold for on Topps pre-sale. Now, granted, after tax and shipping and all that, it's $275. It always seems to end up being a lot more with them. So according to that, it's going to be about $31 per hit to break even. For autos, $128, but you're finding it more in the $300 range, and I've seen it way up. $315, $330, $340 now. These are selling really well, evidently. And I think it's the whole thing because they are loaded. You're getting a lot more in it. Just the quality of those hits isn't as good in general, just because you have a lot more subjects to spread it around. So just to summarize everything, increased base set, increased auto set, but production was mostly flat. So that means because you did all that, you're going to give me more hits per box, plus more unnumbered parallels. We used to just have the refractor. Now we have the checkerboard and the oil spill, which also boost things up. Like I said, it means it's harder to hit who you want to chase, but those more parallels is still nice. QC was good in 2023, 2022, not so much. If you can remember that, you can still find Finest for about $200 2022 because QC was pretty bad. They did a top-bottom miscut on a lot. Hard to tell with this new design, though. There's not much borders. Some of the cards do seem to have borders. Others don't so much. And it's kind of a not a defined border. It's kind of a mild border. So it's kind of hard to tell. Now, I realize everything is based on the numbers that Topps gives us, and that's all we can do. These boxes are expensive. They're getting more and more expensive. They have big potential and a decent floor as well. And you're getting a lot for your money. So I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm kind of on the wall with this. I thought originally with everything I was looking at, I didn't like it. I watched some breaks of it. I've really grown on me. I love the design. So truthfully, maybe in a month or two, I might say this is an 8.5, which would be the highest number I've given this year. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about the set. Anything that you want us to look at in the future. Any questions you might have, because I have a lot of data on this. I do for all the products. So appreciate any support you can give us. That would be greatly appreciated. Find out more about us in the description, breaks, Patreon, Facebook page, things like that. Anyways, as always, be kind. Be kind, be nice to those around you, and peace out.